So, since I've been doing so many calls with people on this recently, I might as well give the same similar answers that I've been given throughout these calls. And obviously, everyone's name is anonymous. It's not about the individual itself, it's just about the topic. So, let's get into this, man, because this is some life-saving information. When it comes to the narcissist, the covert narcissist specifically, these people, man, have a way of doing things that you can't really notice in the beginning. That's their whole strategy. It is their tactics that they use, and it is built to destroy you inside and out. And over time, it's what it does. You have basically fallen for a person that doesn't even exist. Who you thought they were is not who they are at all. And it continuously exposes itself the longer you know that person for. And it's almost bizarre. In fact, it is bizarre. It's fucking mind-blowing. Because the whole time you were viewing them as somebody that they're just not. They wanted to play pretend. They wanted to pretend like they were the person they were pretending to be to get you. They wanted to hook you on the person they were pretending to be. And once you start to notice that, damn, they're not even that person anymore. Where is that person at? It's like they're gone completely. Completely gone. And all you see is things you've never saw before. And as time keeps going on, it just keeps getting worse and worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. You fell in love with somebody that doesn't even exist. Covert Narcissist 101. It was a complete fake job. It is a fraud. They're not who you think they are. This is the hard pill to swallow. This is the tough reality to even comprehend. They have you in a place where they have you holding on in hopes that they are or can end up like that person that you think they could be. But the truth is, they ain't that. They never will be that. It's just not who they are. It's only who they pretended to be in the beginning. And this is why so many relationships fail today. A lot of people is full of shit. Even in the past, that's why so many of my relationships have failed, because the people I thought they were in the beginning was not who they were. Crazy thing is as well, they end up leaving me because they did not want me to see who they actually are, which is their false mask. They have a false mask that they wear. They have it on. And they're showing you who they want to show you. They don't want you to see who they actually are when the mask comes up. And we all know about narcissists masking, mirroring behaviors, doing all those kinds of things. This is what it is. It is terrifying. It is scary, bro. Like you guys don't understand what you're actually dealing with. And I have to really drill this into your guys' heads. The person you think they are doesn't exist. You have to stop holding on to the thought that that's who they can be. Let's hang in there. Let's hold on. Guys, the person that you met put on an act. That's what they did. That's not who they are. And they're not going to end up like that. You end up getting the worst version of them. They put on an act to be the best version of them, which is the person you loved, which is the person you fell in love with. That slowly starts to disappear over time, and they just start going closer and closer and closer and closer and closer into who they actually are, and then it's just like you don't even know what to think. It's almost like you've seen a ghost. It's just, what? That person don't even exist anymore. It's because they never have, folks. I've done 2 back-to-back calls on this exact topic, and I had to discuss this exact thing with both of these people. And it's an unflattering reality, but bro, you can't ignore it. You cannot ignore this, or you will pay a heavy ass price. You ignoring this is you wasting your life. You ignoring this is the end of the road for yourself, because your life won't even carry on. Narcissists want to trap people and make them a slave for them. That's what they want. They want you to be a slave for their life. They don't view you as a person. They view you as like a robot that can serve them and do things for them. That's what they want. They don't give up about you. They only strongly give up about what you can do for them. That's what they want. That is what they want. And if you are a good source of supply for the narcissist, they'll put on the best act to make you think they're everything that you have ever wanted. All to get you in, all to reel you in, to suck you in, to just strip you of everything that's ever made you you. And they're going to continue the act. If you're a good source of supply, bro, the narcissist does not want to lose you. They don't want to lose you. And they only want to use you. That is what they want. They want to use you. Like a robot. Like, they want to make you like a slave. They want to be like Adolf Hitler, and they want you to be a Nazi. Like, I'm telling you guys now. You will suffer immensely under a relationship with a covert narcissist. You will suffer immensely. And it'll never end. They will never change. It'll never end. And the reason they can keep people wrapped around their fingers for so long is because things get bad, and then they convince their partners they will change. They will convince their partners that they're going to do better, it's going to be different and all this stuff, and nothing ever changes. It'll never change. Nothing ever changes. Things actually only get worse, and they are only getting more tired of putting on their fake act. That's all they do. Because deep inside, bro, they're not even a real person. They don't even exist. Their true self, they abandoned their true self a long time ago at some point. They abandoned their true self at some point in time. It is gone. It doesn't exist. It is gone. And it's almost like they put on the act like they are their true self, but they can't keep it up. They can't keep being that. It has to go. Because they're not that. They have to start to be who they really are, because it gets exhausting for them to continue that act. And for those of you that are in those relationships right now, or you're getting out of them, you're recovering from one, it's a tough journey, folks. And I feel for every single one of you, it is a nightmare. It's a literal nightmare, and it makes you view the world and people very, very, very differently. Everything about them is a lie. Everything about them is insanity. Their true self is gone. And we don't know when it's happened to them. They're all different, but it happened. Probably around childhood. Probably around some point in time around there. That's most of it. And here's the thing. When it comes to narcissists, bro, I've known about this stuff for such a long time. Like such a long time. And it's a topic that always comes and goes on my channel. Sometimes I just get into other things, but it's always something that's going to come back. The thing about the narcissist is, as time continues to go on and they get up to the age of an adult, things start to rear its head. The dragon's head comes out a lot easier. They expose themselves a lot easier at that time period. Because when they're young, they have an excuse to act like a child. They have an excuse to be immature still. They have all these excuses. That's why I put up with a bunch of nonsense in the past, from my past person I was with a long time ago, from 16 to 20. Because I would give them an excuse. You know what? Oh yeah, they're still young. They'll learn. They're just making a mistake. Yeah. As soon as we got to about 19, 20 years old, the excuses, I could no longer give them an excuse for their bullshit behavior. There's no more excuses. You're acting like that at this age. You're doing these things at this age. I can't even pretend to give you another excuse, because this is just absurd. And these are the things you see happening, bro. It's even more bizarre when you see behavior like this that have grown adults. Women in their 20s, women in their 30s or 40s. It is bizarre. And covert narcissists are not easy to spot all the time, initially. But once you know them for a while, it becomes very easy. That's if you know who they are. It becomes a lot easier. But if you don't know them, it's not so easy. You have to get to know them. You have to spend a lot of time around them. You generally have to see everything about them. And they start to become easily exposed, especially as an adult. It's much harder to expose a teenager because they're still technically a kid. So they can get away with some stuff you don't fully know until they're an adult, and they just continue to look worse and worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. So you guys dealing with this stuff, man, it is not in your best interest to stick around. Like, that is an understatement. It is not in your best interest to full on out expose these people either, because they can't take that, bro. They cannot handle to hear who they actually are coming out of your mouth. They can't handle to hear those words. You don't ever want to come at a narcissist and start to expose them for everything they actually are. You just kind of keep it to yourself, and you know what you're dealing with. The dragon's head has reared itself, and you know full well you're dealing with someone that doesn't even exist. They're not even a real human, like I said. They're not a real human. They're alive. They're in a human body and they're alive. They don't have an identity. They don't. I'll explain it like this. Let's say you have a house dog. You raise it real well. The dog is well behaved. It's so polite. It's so, the dog's just amazing. Any guests come to the home, the dog's wagging its tail. It's happy to see everybody, and it's just a great dog. It knows everything. It just knows everything. It's just such a well dog. A well trained dog. That compared to, let's say, a wild dog. You guys ever see the wild dogs in Africa? Those things are vicious. It might look all cute and stuff at first when you see it until you get close. And those things would take you out completely. Those dogs only know a couple things. Seek, hunt, kill. What do narcissists do? What do covert narcissists do? They seek, they hunt, and they end up destroying you inside. That's what they do. The way you see things at first, it's just a dog. And I don't mean the actual human, but I'm just using this analogy. You see a dog at first, just like a house dog. You don't think it's going to do nothing. You don't think it has bad intent. But once you get closer, you're going to get bit. And you're going to get bit hard. And it's going to cause damage. Just like a narcissist will cause damage to you inside and out. Those wild dogs don't have an identity. They only know a couple things. Seek, hunt, and kill. They're not your friend. It's not a dog that's going to cuddle up on you on a sofa or in your bed or anywhere. The dog does not have an identity. Narcissists do not have an identity. They are wild. You don't know what they're going to do next, bro. You don't know what you're going to get. They are wildly unpredictable, and they are damaging human beings. They will damage you to the past of the point of no return. If you let them. If they can get to you like that, that's when it will happen. You just have to, if you can see what's going on, they cannot harm you like that. It's impossible. Because you know how to put your guard up. You know how to protect yourself. You know how to not let this person do you like that. You know how to not let it happen. And you probably know this because it's happened before. And now it can't happen again because you understand what you're dealing with. You understand exactly what you're dealing with. So you guys, bro, that are in these positions today, or as of recent, or whatever, be easy on yourself, folks. Be very careful. Very, very careful. I don't recommend having these people in your life. Because they will destroy your life. They're looking to just annihilate you. They want to bring you down to as low as they are, and if they can achieve that, they're going to leave you anyways, because you're useless to them now. They don't view themselves as anything. They view themselves as just, they're just in survival mode all the time. And if they can get a whole lot out of you, they're literally hunting you down like a wolf. They're just getting so much fuel from you. It's like an animal eating an animal, and the animal just has so much food. You're a big target for them. You're their prey. They don't view you like a human that has to be cherished and loved correctly and everything else. They don't care about you like that. They don't care about your emotional well-being. They don't care. They don't care to brighten your day. They don't care. And if they ever have brightened your day, they faked it. They didn't care ever. They just knew they had to put on that act at first. They just knew they had to act that way to kind of reel you in and get what they want. And all of a sudden, all that behavior stops. You get nothing but shit. All the time. That's all you get is BS, BS, BS. Where was the person that I fell in love with? They didn't exist. They didn't exist. They will never exist. It was an act. The person is completely hollow, dead inside. Their identity is gone. They are a fucking demon, bro. They're a demon. A demon has taken over. Their self-identity is somewhere else, and it's lost, it is gone. And if some divine miracle could happen where God could give them that back and they could come to again, it's not impossible. But is it probable? It's not probable. Most of these individuals never change. So you guys have to be fucking careful, bro, because they don't have a self-identity. And they will trick you. They will seek you out. They will trick you. They will fool you. They will hunt you down, and they will destroy you inside and out. So guys, be very careful. And that is the end of this video for this evening. I'll see you guys in the next. Stay safe once again. God willing, God bless. And we'll see y'all at the top.